This is a 2016 Mazda CX-3 all-wheel drive Grand Touring with the iActiveSense. The iActiveSense package gives you the Mazda radar cruise control, smart city brake support, smart brake support. You also have variable automatic rain sensing wipers. You have automatic on and off headlights and high beam control. And you get the lane departure warning system as well. First place I really like to start is up here. Tell you a little bit about the headlights. They are LED headlights, so they have the projector lens, which actually gives you better distance, better visual at a distance. And then they also have the adaptive front lighting system too. So as you turn, the light will actually pivot 15 degrees in whichever direction you turn. You also have the LED fog lights down here as well. So you do get a little bit of better vision that way. Mazda makes a 5-mile-per-hour bumper, so provided an object isn't sharp, you hit it 5 miles per hour or less, it's going to be a lot less likely to damage that for you. If you look up underneath the hood, I'll tell you a little bit about SkyActiv technology. So here's your hood release and your hood prop. As you notice, SkyActiv is kind of the brand that's on top of the engine. So basically what SkyActiv technology is it takes the piston and puts a volcanic-shaped opening in the top of the piston, which actually increases performance and compression ratios 13-to-1, which are on par with Formula 1 cars. And it also gives you better gas mileage as well. So you get the good gas mileage, the fuel economy that you want, without sacrificing the performance of the vehicle as well. You have the brake control module is back here. What that does for you is it controls your anti-lock brake system, which allows you to steer while you brake hard. It also controls your brake assist, so if you're push normal, it gives you normal braking. If you jab it in a panic, it will actually dump extra brake pressure so you can come to a stop more quickly that way. You have dynamic stability control, which recognizes the path that you're on and the path that you're trying to go to help keep you on your intended path by sending individual braking patterns to each brake, and go as far as idling down the engine if it has to. You have traction control, which detects wheel slippage and will send braking to that wheel so you can get up and go that way. But this is the all-wheel drive model, which is primarily front-wheel drive, so once it detects the wheel slippage, it'll actually send it into all-wheel drive for you. You also have electronic brake force distribution. So based on the weight inside the car, the road conditions, and how fast you're going, it will actually brake individually that way to help keep you on a straight braking pattern as well. You have the air filter here, you have a fuse box here, and your batteries here. As you notice, you do not have a power steering pump or power steering fluid. What that does for you, it gives you more smooth feel instead of the rubber band feel that the power steering has, and it will also save you a little bit of money in repair costs, so you don't have to worry about replacing a power steering pump either. You have clear reservoirs so you can see everything that you're putting into the car. And they're actually all different colors, so in the unlikely event you have a leakage, it'll be easier for us to diagnose where it's coming from. In the unlikely event you do get into a high-speed collision, this is designed after NASCAR requirements, so it'll actually fold in half, sending debris to go over top of the windshield. It is a double laminate windshield, so it's going to take a lot to get through it, but we feel if we can deflect debris over top of it, we don't really have to worry about things going through the windshield. As you notice, on most of the Mazdas, it's like a nice little symbol. This one's like plated on the top. That's your Mazda radar cruise control. What that does for you is it actually allows you to set your cruise control to a certain speed. Say you're going 70 and you're coming up on someone that's going slower than you. It'll actually slow you down to their speed until you go to pass them, and then it'll actually speed you back up to the speed that you had it set on originally. That also works with the smart city brake support. So smart city brake support is where it'll actually apply the brake for you between 2 to 18 miles per hour if it has to. So you can come to a stop more quickly, and you can either prevent collisions from happening or lessen the impact of a collision. Smart brake support is the same thing, but it's higher speeds. So if you're going 10 miles per hour or more, smart brake support works for you too by doing the exact same thing. It'll even go as far as applying the brake for you so you can come to a stop without getting into a collision. Let's go ahead and put this down. Up here, you'll notice your rain sensing wipers and your high beam control. That controls all that kind of stuff for you. That also does your the radar cruise control and the smart city brake support. So if you notice on the Grand Touring, you get the better looking rims. They're smart, they're smoked out, dark rims. You also get the ventilated rotors as well. So the ventilated, so it allows air to go up in there. It cools them down quicker and reduces the wear and tear on the front rotors for you. You have turn signal indicators on the mirror and the breakaway mirrors both ways, which actually allows you to put them in just in case you got to get in a little bit tight spaces like a garage or something like that. In the top left-hand corner of this mirror, you actually have blind spot monitoring as well. So if someone's seeing a blind spot, it'll illuminate up an amber color. And when you turn your turn signal on, it'll actually give you a warning beep on the inside of the car, and it'll actually flash inside the mirror for you. And that's on both sides of the car too. The Honda HR-V only has the lane watch system, which is only on the other side of the car. Blind spot monitoring on the Mazda works in tandem with rear cross traffic alert. So if you're backing out of a parking space and you can't see because you got two big vehicles on both sides of you, it'll actually give you a warning beep and let you know on your Mazda Connect screen that someone's back there, whether it's a person or a car, and let you know to hang on for just an extra second so they can pass. If you come around this way, you'll notice that you have a fuel door on your side for convenience. You have rear defrost elements, and you have a high intensity brake light that only comes on when you brake. You also have the rear wiper, and underneath here is your rear view camera. So as soon as you put it in reverse, it pops up on your Mazda Connect screen, lets you know, gives you a nice view of the rear. Underneath here, you have a little storage compartment, so you can put poster boards, things like that, if you have like a business project that you're doing. And underneath of that, you actually have an economy spare tire. It is the economy, so it's lightweight, gives you the better gas mileage, but it will allow you to go up to regular speeds if you have to. You also have a subwoofer back here. Enhances the sound quality a little bit, gives you a little bit more bass, things like that. And you also have a jack, so in the unlikely event you have to change a tire, it's back there, but it does come with 24-hour roadside assistance for 36 months. If you come up this way, the seats have a little button on the top of the shoulders. It allows them to fold down in case you need a little bit of extra storage room. So I'll show you what it looks like looking down. And as you can see, there's plenty of room to add more things like luggage, stuff like that. The back seat is actually stadium style seating, which actually sits up higher than the front seats. That reduces the likeliness of motion sickness for the rear occupants that do suffer from that. Now, if you want to go ahead and get on the inside of the car, I can tell you a little bit about more. So on the inside of the car, if I'm to start it up, you have an active driving display. The active driving display displays the speed that you're going, and if you have your cruise control set, it'll actually tell you the speed that you have it set on and the speed that you're going. Because remember, it has that radar cruise control, so if someone's in front of you, it'll slow you down. So it lets you know both speeds. It also tells you the distance from the car in front of you. So you can set it to 4 different car lengths if you want to. You can set it 4 cars away, 2, 3, you know. Then it has here's your automatic rain sensing wipers, here's your automatic headlights. You have 2 USB ports that actually charge your phone and allow you to listen to music at the same time. Or you have an auxiliary cord right here that allows you to listen to music as well. And you have Bluetooth that'll do the exact same thing. If you have it hooked up to the Bluetooth, it'll actually let you make phone calls, receive phone calls, things like that. And it has voice commands. So if you have your Bluetooth hooked up with your phone, there's a little button up here, you can just push it, call mom, and it'll call your mom for you. Or if she's calling you, you can actually answer it by this little button here, or you can deny the phone too if you wanted to, by clicking the hang up button. You have heated seats, they are leather, and they have the nice little cloth patch here. And you have the sport function that allows you to stay in the lower gear, gets you up to speed quicker. You have one-touch moonroof. So if you hit this button one time, the moonroof's going to go back. You hold it to close it, and then you also have a ventilation option. So if you push it right here in the middle, it'll actually just crack it for you if you need to. You have sunglass holder. This controls the lights for you. You also have a little sun visor here too if you need a little bit of extra shade because the sun's bright. Vanity mirrors, things like that. This is the Mazda Connect, so the commander control. So this is primarily touchscreen, but once you start driving, you actually have to use a commander control. Just a safety feature that Mazda kind of does for you to give it that better crash test rating. You get Bose speakers for enhanced sound quality too, for those long rides where you really want to listen to music, or if that's just kind of your thing, you just want to listen to some music anyway. Alright, I'm done.